Tears on your pillow, take my love away.
Hey y'all, it's your man Technish, Cappsoffgaming, coming at you with a year 5 review. Lots been happening this year. The podcast is going really well. I had a couple of guests. My man Retro Mod Rob, my boy Otis. He's on one of the episodes. So this year, what we're going to be doing is we're going to look at the top 3 moments in the podcast, but then also looking back at games, because it is Cappsoffgaming. It's 3 of the highlights in terms of gameplay over the year and everything. First off, what we're gonna do is start off with me and Rob's episode when we talk about mental health and gaming. It's a really important episode that I really wanted to do. Glad Rob, was down for it, and just exploring like how video games helped us with us growing up, and then just coping like the everyday things as an adult too as well, because you gotta have coping mechanisms, good ones definitely. So let's take it to the first clip. Is gaming and mental health. So I was talking to you about even when we were kids, like being like a gamer and stuff like that was like some kind of weird thing that people didn't really talk about.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I think that's a common denominator amongst people like you and I or other fellow gamers, is that our youth was usually sheltered in some aspect, right? My escape when I was younger was Tiger LCD games. That was my first intro into my own personal gaming, because otherwise the only other gaming I knew was at a friend's house. I would go to their house down the street. If we lived in housing in the military, I'd go down the street. We'd play like Ninja Gaiden on the original Nintendo, and that was great.
You said it right. You pronounced it right too.
Yeah, but
the whiz.
but we couldn't afford a Nintendo or anything like that. So my introduction was Tiger LCD, because it was affordable. And I remember just like if I come home from like just turning off like whatever had happened at school or whatever. I could just really immerse myself into that, even something as simple as LCD graphics.
Right.
But it transports you into this like my favorite one was Castlevania, and you feel like you're Simon Belmont. Yeah. And you feel like you're Simon Belmont, even though it's something as so simplistic as just jumping on these little black LCD blocks and the little whip.
Yeah, man. One of my favorite episodes with the podcast. A little fun fact, kicking the fun facts, is that me and Rob actually met during the pandemic. He was running a page on Facebook called Retro Mod Rob, and the big thing that he was promoting is updating 89 Game Boys, and not just making them functional, but then also customizing them with different colors, different themes, and everything. And I always looked at that. I was like, that's mad cool. And like just by some of the video game stuff he posts, I was like, oh, this guy's kind of like me, and which is kind of hard to find nowadays. As you get older, your core friends group kind of shrinks and everything, due to life responsibilities, or just like different different interests and everything like that. So it was just really cool, especially during that time, connecting with Rob, and also connecting with other people like my man Otis too as well. That episode was funny, talking about reflecting on arcade games that we've played back in the day and systems and everything like that. Okay, next on the list is my annual POC in games. Dun, dun, dun. People of color in video games. POC, meaning person of color. And for this year's episode, because I do one every year, is I explored avatars. You know, an avatar is like a digital representation of yourself, whether it's a character you create in the game or even just I don't know, like an avatar in a chat room and stuff like that. And I really wanted to explore this, but also have some fun. So here's a clip really of me like noticing these type of nuances and, you know, having some fun with it too. So let's go with that next one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to be from Earth because I really like the background story in terms of, you know, like a person of color. You know, I'm from the East Coast. I think, you know, coming from the streets is like a good place to start. Soul Survivor. Shout out to Pete Rock. Here where we're going to explore the presets of Mass Effect. You know, this is like more like Call of Duty type of style. With the big thing that I look at is the hair. All right, now the hair options are pretty slim. This is the closest I could get next to an afro or whatnot. Oh, this is America. This is like America. Look at that, man. Look at that whiffle. Look at that whiffle. And yo, this is actually pretty good. I like the look at the taper on the side of his head. This is really striking. And this is the first time I really looked through the presets with detail and everything like that. Like the skin tone here, definitely African and everything. And he's seasoned too. Look at the salt and pepper hair, yo. Yeah, I had to have some fun with it. That whiffle. And I bring it up because, like I mentioned, I think throughout the whole video, is that I'm a real big stickler when it comes to the hair. Playing video games for so long where you can be able to create your avatar, I always noticed that, especially the hair, the options for, you know, a person of color was really slim, besides like skin color and everything like that. So I think it's really important, especially now with the advancement of video games and PC games, that you have more options on, you know, trying to represent yourself in the game so you can get immersed. So I think that's really important. And you know, for Black History, you know, I had to highlight that too as well. Okay, the last clip that's, you know, non-video game related is actually a first. I went to a place in Taunton, Massachusetts. It's called Bowser's Basement, and I saw it on Facebook a bunch of times, especially during the pandemic. They did a lot of online orders, but as soon as I was able to get into the store, I ended up going there and visiting, and it was an awesome place. So awesome that, you know, I referred people there. I had one of my homegirls, she was trying to get a PS4 Pro for her son. She ended up grabbing it through the relationship I have with Bowser's Basement. And, you know, I ended up bringing my boy and his nephew over to Bowser's Basement so that, you know, we could do some retro game hunting, some games I picked up, but then also just to show his nephew, because his nephew's a big gamer, aka nerdy guy, and just wanted him to experience that too as well. And just hanging out with my friends, like I knew him since 4th grade. So without further ado, this just real quick clip showing our experience. Whenever we get a chance, yo, you should try to check that one out. That one's one of my favorites too as well. All right. So yeah, I know about the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, he put Batman one time in Arkham Knight in
that book, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. Yo, we just made it to about. You can't be in the camera. Your mom said no. Okay.
Oh, shit.
I got my man GSI. I will be calling him Faye because I knew him since 4th grade, and that's what I call him. Okay. And we have his nephew Isaiah. Say hi, Isaiah.
Hi. Oh, look at. You should put my shoe.
1 second, baby. Come on, there.
What do you got?
This is new stuff.
Those are all there. That's all the Switch stuff. So Isaiah's probably gonna be looking at that.
Right here. It's my section. This is where we used to have to take these games out.
Double dribble.
Throw 'em out. You know what I'm saying?
Double dribble.
Yeah. There you go. There's some Iron Tank in there.
Double dribble.
Some, right here. Before there was NHL, EA, it was ice hockey. The fat guy, the skinny guy,
Yeah.
the short guy. We ain't played
Was there
hockey.
fights in that one, or was it Blazer Steel was the fights?
I don't think it was
I think no, I don't think fights in that. Blazer Steels had the fights. Yo. Yeah, man, that trip was mad fun, and my boy's nephew had fun. You know, he was jumping out of his seat, could barely contain himself. I'm glad I could share that with them, you know, especially my boy, man, for a grip. So doing that, it was just really like hits there right there in the feels. Last but not least, let's move to the game clips. Now the game clips are just comprised of, you know, the most viewed ones for this year. Like, you know how it is, Facebook, YouTube, you might watch a video, like it, but then you don't really like it by hitting the button. But who cares, yo? Just being able to engage with my audience, and then also like the world too as well, on my passion, especially with these couple of games. They're really cool. Metroid Dread was dope. Almost like the revitalization of the old school. There was Aliens Fireteam, that was really cool too as well, man, because that really felt like you were in the movie. But then also my birthday video, which always gets a bunch of views. I always like releasing that right on my birthday with like a particular game. This year's is Shadow Warriors 3, and yo, if you haven't played that game, you gotta play it. It's super funny, easy to pick up and everything like that. So let those clips roll, yo. Alright, it's your man Technish, Cappsoffgaming. Alright, so they gotta give you the lore, especially if you haven't played any Metroids. I love the visuals. And then I don't know if you're not privy to gaming or you never was introduced to the Metroid series. Samus is a woman, bounty hunter, and she's raw. All right, probably if you played Smash, you probably played with her too. Both her exosuit and then her without her exosuit. Yup, Shodan X, alive and in the wild, out there. I'm out here. Look at me. Though analysis proved the video was real, although the sender was unknown, the transmission was traced to a particular planet. So, but this is the main premise of the game. These things are scary. They're a large research robot designed to capture fields, samples, and extract their DNA. Kind of like the X parasite, but instead in robot form. Incredibly mobile, and their protective plate is made of the strongest stuff in the universe. So, pretty much guaranteed for their mission success. They're built to do their job. This is a desperation move. Alright, slide underneath it and then run. Alright, there we go. Oh, big boy now! Alright, man. You look very upset. Luckily, I have the shiny. Oh, what? We're gonna take this. Wow, man! We're doing 3 and done. Come on. Wow, this thing is like bursting around the level. Bump this, dog. Take it to the high ground. Okay. Okay. There we go. Move, Wayne! Okay, moving, Wayne. Move, Wayne! Move, Wayne! Dog, where's this thing at? Yo, this guy got bunny ears, that's why he's hopping all around. Get the rats! Yeah, get all the rats! Oh! Take that! Hey, Mr. Demon guy! Yeah, you in the barrel, dog. Slices! You know what? We need a new finisher. Matter of fact, you're the one, dog. Fatality! Fatality! Okay, get on him.
Transfer rolling. Damn big file. Hold the room.
Oh, it's a drone.
I'll get Esther analyzing that. She's our battalion synthetic. Keep moving aft.
What? Oh no, gosh! Get him off me! There might be some vents from the back. So we're just gonna play it close to the door and just keep fire down this hallway. Okay? Okay. It's a big signal. Okay, good. Good. Watch out, watch out, watch out where we're going. Okay, good. Sentry gun's doing its thing. Okay, there should be a spitter coming up soon. Yup.
Incoming on the left.
Okay, what we got? Smart gun still up. Right flank in the gut. Yup, that's it, yo. I figured I wanted to do, like, I got a better camera now, too. So just to show you what you be seeing sometimes in the background when either I'm talking, like, for podcasts or, you know, I'm doing gameplay with video in, you know, picture in picture. This is the wall, yo. This is not something I just created for doing this podcast or doing video gaming or anything like that. This is like one of the first things I installed, and it always changes. So don't be surprised if you see it change next time you see it. But it's your man Technist, Cappsoffgaming, wrapping up year 5. And hopefully in year 6, what I want to do is just do some more streaming. I don't do a lot of streaming. I'm not comfortable sometimes when I'm streaming. I think video editing is a little bit easier because you can take out the hiccups and whatnot. But I'm gonna try to do some more streaming this coming year. Try to dedicate weekend day in a couple hours. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but stay tuned for that. Besides that, it's your man Technist, Cappsoffgaming, the rebel with the artful cause. And hopefully you enjoy this whenever you're watching it, day, night, evening, whatever. Besides that, your success is your own, so celebrate that. Word up, man.